This is the Mariners POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Seattle Mariners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Just look at the show notes. Just look at them. That's all we have to say. That's all we have to say. No, thank you. Nope. Mariners lose 5-3. They fall to whatever their record is. I guess I should know that just because, it's that time. 67-55. And they lose 2 of 3 to the Baltimore Orioles. My name is Chris Crawford. Thank you so much for joining us on the Seattle Mariner POSTCAST. Usually joined by my buddy Anders. Anders has other stuff going on, so he's going to be taking care of that, and I'm going to be taking care of what will be assuredly the shortest by far Locked On Mariners POSTCAST. We'll talk about Logan Evans. We'll talk about a Julio homer. We'll talk about how weather is stupid. But let's just get this out of the way. This result's unacceptable. It's unacceptable to lose 2 of 3 to the Baltimore Orioles right now. There are a lot of factors that play into why you lose 2 of 3. Give some credit to the Baltimore starters. They all pitched well. The Mariners also made those starters look good in the process, right? Like, Tomoyoki Sagano is a solid back-end starter who should not be throwing 5 1/3 innings of scoreless baseball. Dean Kramer is a solid back-end starter who shouldn't be throwing 8 innings of 1-run baseball. Trevor Rogers is the one that's kind of acceptable here. And I know this is more Ty and Colby. And by the way, make sure you're subscribed so you can get Ty and Colby for their. We do the game postcasts, and they do the bigger picture stuff, and they take care of some game stuff too. They do a great job at what they do. We like to think we do a pretty good job at what we do too. So if you'd hit like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. But this is an unacceptable result. It's just it's not acceptable. And, you can talk about how games in April mean just as much as they do in June, July, August, yada, yada, yada. Losses like this, when you are so close to the finish line, oof. It hurts. This hurts. Let's start with the start. Could probably finish with the start, to be honest. Logan Evans throws 4 innings. He gives up 3 runs. He walks 4. He strikes out 1. He was awful today. He was awful. And it's hard. It'd be easy to forget how bad he was because of the fact, 2 things. Number one, there was such a long rain delay. And yes, the unsung villain today is the umpires for letting that game go on for as long as it did when they needed to put that tarp down. And then taking the tarp off when there was another hour and a half of this. Garbage. Absolute garbage. And so that's an easy way to forget because his start was something like the 84-year Titanic meme long ago. And then, you look and you say, oh, but Chris, he shut the Orioles out for 3 innings. He was good. No, he freaking was not. You guys know the term FAFO? I'm not going to explain what it is because I'll get in trouble. But he FAFO'd. He found out. He absolutely found out. Am I allowed to say FAFO, Anders?
Yeah, I think you are.
Ugh, Logan Evans was terrible.
Awful. What are we doing?
He was terrible. This is kind of nice, by the way, that you get to do this since the game lasted 2.5-hour rain delay or whatever the heck it was. Goodness gracious. Man. And I already gave my unsung villain. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yeah, what was it? I haven't seen it.
It was the people letting the umpires letting that game go on for as long as they did while that monsoon was happening. And then having the tarp come off for reasons that still don't make any sense to me. But I was just explaining, Anders. Logan Evans was awful. Give me your thoughts on what you saw today.
We need Bryce Miller back ASAP.
Yeah,
because I don't know. I don't know if it's because of the additions you have on this team. With Josh Naylor coming in, with Eugenio Suarez coming in, and it makes your lineup look that much better. The holes in this team look that much bigger. Whether it's Logan Evans in the back end of your starting rotation, whether it's Dylan Moore playing right field last night, whether it's Mitch Garver playing as often. I'm trying to get my hair off my little thing here.
That's
I have
okay.
to
You look great.
rush into my. Thank you.
You do have a little bit of the Alabama frat guy going on right now, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's more compliment than insult for sure.
I don't know. I take that as an insult personally. I
Okay,
don't want to be a
fair
Chad.
enough, fair
I'm
enough.
not a Chad. So
Fair enough.
no.
Oh, a
For
Chad.
me,
Yeah.
it's like it's a Chad for men. It's a Stacy for women. It's just what it is.
Sure.
So Logan Evans just not good enough. If you're we've talked about this with Emerson Hancock before too. If you're going to be a pitch to contact guy, you can't walk people. He's just walking too many guys. He's giving up too much hard contact, and it's just not good enough against a lineup who's bad right now. And like we can get into the offense a little bit too, but I appreciate you having me on. We're gonna do the switch roles now. I like it.
Sure. Let's just switch the roles. Let's talk specifically because I promised everyone this is going to be the shortest postcast in history.
Oh, okay,
So let's just
go.
this
Rapid
is pretty
fire.
easy. Let's talk about the fourth inning, right?
Yeah.
Because Logan Evans escapes. He can't keep getting away with us. Jesse Pink's name happened over and over and over. But after walking, I believe the third straight batter to lead off an inning, he ends up getting Gunnar Henderson fouls out, and you're feeling kind of good. Ryan Mountcastle singles to left. Jordan Westberg gets to third, and then Kobe Mayo pops out, and you're feeling pretty good, right?
Right.
And then everything falls apart. The air on Logan Evans, I always call it an air, a wild pitch that scores a run.
Should that have been a pass ball?
I kind of think it should have been a pass ball.
I think so too.
And we'll talk about Mitch Garver in a second there too. So that scores a run. He ends up walking Daniel Johnson. And then in a 1-0 game, let's talk about the double steal because the Seattle Mariners have been a team that has gotten a lot of double steals go their way. This one did not go the Seattle Mariners' way. Logan Evans, none of this is Logan Evans' fault. The runner steals. Mitch Garver throws to second base. Now, a lot of people are complaining about that. I'll just give my thoughts right now, Anders. That's not my issue. Okay. My issue is, what is Cole Young doing?
Yeah.
Why is Cole Young in that rundown? And then, does this guy have the worst arm of any infielder in baseball? That thing barely got to the plate, right? A good throw and you get them there. But these are the type of mistakes you can't make.
Yeah, and did he throw it to Josh Naylor and then Josh Naylor threw home? I can't remember.
Oh, see, I thought I saw Cole Young making the throw home.
You might be right. I was producing a radio show at the time it was happening, so I wasn't able to watch.
Naylor did throw home. So you know what? Okay. Then, and that's weird because Josh Naylor usually has a really strong arm.
Yeah.
So that's. But goodness gracious, man! Like that was way too long of a rundown. You've got to just get that out. And you know what? If you're not going to get the runner at second base, so be it.
Yeah.
So freaking be it. Then you say, you know what? You got there. It's fine. It's totally fine. Except the result. That's not good enough.
There's three things that need to happen. Number one, you either need to stop the run from scoring. Okay. If you don't get an out, it's fine as you stop the run from scoring if he has to go back to third and the guy gets to first base. Okay. Or to second base. That's fine. Number two, you get the out either at home or at second or first base, wherever you want to do, right? The rundown situation. You got to at least get the out.
Sure.
And the best case scenario is if you get the out at home plate, so you get the out and stop the run from scoring. None of those things happen. You don't get an out and the guy scores. That is an unacceptable situation. And the thing that got me about the Cole Young thing was the fact of how leisurely he was, just kind of like jogging, kind of throwing, zero sense of urgency whatsoever. Yeah. And it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know if he just didn't know that that's what they were trying to do. I felt like that was a pretty obvious situation to do that in, though. And you could tell pretty early, like, oh, they're trying to steal home with the whole other stolen base as well. So I don't know if it was just a lack of awareness, if it was he expected the guy, I don't know who was on third base at that time. I can't remember. For Baltimore, but if he just didn't expect him to be as fast as he was, but it just wasn't played right at all by Cole Young or Josh Naylor with the throw, but it was mostly on Cole Young. I'm going to put him mostly.
To be fair on that play, as frustrating as it is, the next play is a single that would have scored 2 runs anyway, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of doesn't matter. But Anders, do you have your advertisements ready to go?
Oh, I do not. If
you know what? I'll just
for 2 seconds.
You know
I
what?
can get it up.
I'll just go solo dolo. You take a break, buddy. I'll do these advertisements because I might
pop in if I feel like it, but go ahead.
That sounds good to me. We're going to take a quick commercial break and then we'll talk about this offense, which was just awful until the late innings. First, though, we got to thank the good people of 5-Hour Energy because it's time to fuel up and turn it up with 5-Hour Energy Transfusion. It brings the bold grape, ginger, and lime flavor of your favorite golf drink, minus the alcohol, into a quick, energizing shot. Whether you're sinking birdies or just making memories with friends, this one's a hole-in-one in your energy game. Let's be honest, some days on the course or off it, you just need that extra boost to stay sharp and energized. I could have used some 5-Hour Energy during this break, Anders, like that 2.5 hours of waiting for this game to start and watching Dave Viley play golf over and over again was starting to really get to me. So it's definitely nice to have something awesome like 5-Hour Energy drink. Golf is all about good times with good people, speaking of Dave Valley, and good flavors, of course. The grape, ginger, lime flavor gives you the best part of your clubhouse go-to without chasing down the bev cart. If you go to 5hourenergy.com today, that is the number 5hourenergy.com, you can use my promo code LOCKEDONGolf to save 20% off your order. This is only valid until September 30th on one order, and it cannot be combined with other promotions. The code is not good on subscription orders. Whether you're meeting up with friends or trying to turn 18 holes into 36, get the energy boost you need to power through. Order transfusion flavored 5-Hour Energy shots today. And we've got to thank the good people of Monarch Money, too.
Yeah, because Chris Crawford, most people can't name all their financial accounts or even what they're worth, whether it's 401ks, properties, or investments. And when you don't have the full picture, you can't end up leaving money on the table. I'm sorry, I just jumped in, but I want to give your voice a little bit of a rest. That's where Monarch Money comes in. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or on your phone.
Monarch Money is more than a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So in addition to managing your money, you're also building wealth. So much easier to manage your day-to-day stuff with an app like this, right? Like there's just so much financial stuff that we have to go through. Might as well just have it in that one app. Monarch Money makes it safe and simple, and we appreciate that for sure.
Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code LOCKEDONMLB.
Okay, let's talk about this offense because it just stunk.
Wait, there was offense today?
Well, there was actually some. Yeah. There was some, but for the first 5.5 innings, not so much. Really, the first 5 1/3 innings. After the rain delay, we get something good. But you can't get beat up by Tomoyuki Sugano. I'm sorry. Like, he's not a horrible pitcher. You can't. 5 1/3 innings of one-run baseball isn't good enough on this guy. And it wasn't like a bunch of swing and miss stuff. It was just a case where there was so much weak contact. The one positive from this game is Julio. Julio does hit that 2-run homer, and I got to be honest, Anders, when you get that 2-run homer, I start feeling pretty good. I start thinking, okay, you're back. This is a couple bloops in a blast situation. You've got just one out. The Baltimore bullpen is terrible.
Awful.
You only get 1 run for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm going to go with my unsung villain now. It's going to be Josh Naylor. He had 2 opportunities, his last 2 at-bats, both in the 9th inning, I believe the 7th inning as well, where he was in the 7th inning, he was the tying run at the plate, and he grounds into a weak ground ball, both against lefties, so I don't necessarily fully fault him, not faulting him, but I just mean like he's not the best in those situations. He's not someone who's completely platoon situation. We've seen him have success against lefties before, but he is better against righties. So I give him a little slack for that, but still. And then he has the situation, obviously, to end the game in the 9th inning as well. It just sucks because it felt like you had some momentum. And it was like, oh, okay, this is one of those situations where a bad team like Baltimore is going to lose this game when they should win, and a good team like Seattle is going to win this game when they should lose, because that's just what good teams do. And we felt that way kind of about last night as well.
Right.
And it's just, it just didn't happen. And unfortunately, there were some like weird, wonky things happening in this series for Baltimore, in Baltimore, I should say.
Sure.
So you can easily just flush this one behind you and go forward. But I tend to think a little bit bigger picture on this. Number one, I'm sent a tweet out about their record in delays, and it continues today. I actually got one wrong because I forgot about the Detroit delay in the second game of that sweep.
That's right.
But they are now 1-5 in games with the delay, and a lot of them are just terrible games. And the box score doesn't even begin to describe how bad these offensive games specifically look. There's a 10-1 Yankees loss in there. There's a 10-3 Twins loss in there. There's a 1-0 White Sox loss in there. It's a lot of bad baseball that happens to come on days where there's delays. And I'm just tired of seeing it, man. As someone who does these postcast shows with you, and I kind of recognize when this stuff happens a lot, I'm seeing a trend when anything is off schedule, whether it's a rain delay, whether it's, an injury that pops up. And we've seen it with the starting pitching as well. When you get a bad call here and there, this team's ability to fight off adversity is not where I want it to be, especially for a team kind of fighting for the AL West crown right now.
I would totally agree with that. I have question marks about the fight, right? I have question marks about how prepared sometimes this team is.
Yeah.
It's not a question of talent. And individually, I can't say, I'm concerned about this guy. I'm concerned about this guy. I'm concerned about this guy. I can't do that, but it's just the collective, right? And there are just a pretty strong amount of examples and you notice these things when you do day-to-day shows, right? You notice these things, man. I need this team to play better. Real quick on the bullpen, somebody mentioned they could be the unsung hero. I agree with 4 out of the 5 or 3 out of the 4, excuse me. Carlos Vargas just is not good. He's just not a good pitcher. And I don't blame them for going to Carlos Vargas in that situation. You're down 3-0. You need somebody to get through the 5th. That's fine, but he's got to pitch better, right? And he ends up really hurting you. You lose by 2. He has to be better. Let's quickly talk about the 9th inning.
Let's do it.
So starts off great. Dominic Canzone, who has another solid game today, singles to right. Mitch Garver singles to center, and you're starting to feel okay. Things are going right. And then JP Crawford has a really poor at bat and flies out to right. They pinch hit Big Dumper. Nice job by Big Dumper laying off some stuff that was kind of, that could be tempted to swing at. So that was a really nice at bat for him. I wish, honestly, now that they didn't win, I wish that would have been just a complete day off for him. But, 1 plate appearances is totally fine.
And then he gets off right after that. So, yeah.
But man, and I love Randy Arozarena, something fierce. That at bat with the bases loaded was just awful. And he got a pitch to hit. It was, it ends up being a little bit middle in, but that's the type of pitch on a changeup. Man, Randy Arozarena should be smacking that baseball. And unfortunately, it's a relatively hard hit ground ball where Jackson Holiday is confused that his shortstop doesn't know where the heck he is going. Man, it's that's a bad at bat. That's a bad at bat. And Naylor's at bat at the end wasn't very good either. And they've got to be better. They've just got to be better, Anders. They've won 8 straight. And they've won 9 out of 10. Jolly Badger brings it up. God, it's 2 games where so people just done instantly. They literally just won 9 out of 10. Right? Okay, that's fair. But these games matter a lot too, man. And you've got to carry that over. And what the thing about that is, they have shown that they've been a very streaky baseball team, right? I need to see the Seattle Mariners. Yeah, are you news? Yeah. And Jolly Badger is not. He knows how this goes. And I appreciate the optimism too.
Yes.
Sometimes we need it, but today stunk. Today was a bad baseball game, and this is a poor result. They have to play better in New York.
Yeah, this is something where, and this is why I was really looking forward to this road trip for them, because we saw the good vibes coming out at the trade deadline. You're good guys. Your offense is kind of firing on all cylinders. You have your 8-game winning streak. How are they going to perform when, it's not going to be as controllable with your situation, especially in the rain delay here? I want to see that was not just a little stretch where you're oh, okay, things are going well. And then you kind of come back down to earth to what you really are. I want to see that is what we really are. So that's kind of where I gather more concern from this series more than I think someone who's just, it's just one bad series. You can kind of easily fix it. And this is also the worst team you're going to play in this road trip by a significant margin. So I have some concerns. I want to see that if they come back and win the Mets series and then win the Phillies series as well, this will be far behind in the rearview mirror.
And here's the other thing too, because you played so well in that homestand, because you went 9-1, right? A 4-6 road trip is not going to be, or excuse me, a 3-6 road trip wouldn't be that bad. A 4-5 road trip, 5-4 would be delightful. Now it gets a lot harder now because of what's happened here, right? But that's what that homestand did, right? Is it gave them a little bit more to play with. Of course, you take a look at the standings, things are very, very tight, but the Astros are going to have issues at times. The Red Sox are going to have issues at times. Like there's
the
going to
Dodgers right now. They're one of the worst teams in baseball the past month.
Absolutely. You're going to lose games. It's just, I prefer you not lose games where you fail the eye test by such a significant margin. Please hit like, please hit subscribe. We really appreciate it. Anders, I appreciate you being able to come in today, buddy. Thank you, Rain Delay, for giving me a chance to talk to another human being. Really, really appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, 4:05 first pitch. So that'll be better than these 10:05 starts. It seems like it wasn't.
You have another one next week, by the way. I just looked at it.
Yeah, they do. We're not morning people, folks. We're not morning people. We like our evening games, but we'd also like the Seattle Mariners to start playing better.